everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Drive In. It's been a while, Christian. It's been like a few weeks, I feel like, since we've done one.
Yeah, we've had so much going on in our incredibly busy lives, and we just had to take time out today to discuss the Oscars and exactly how we feel.
Exactly. Let's just go category by category. So I will be up front. I had to catch the Oscars a little bit later. I did not watch it while it was happening because there was an XFL game on. And people who tune into these should know my priorities.
Yeah, they should know up front where you were at to begin with.
So, category number one, actor in a leading role. Brendan Fraser with the win. I feel like we saw that one coming a mile away.
Yeah, this year seemed in general to be like a comeback kind of year. I think it was the same thing with supporting actor, and I'm incredibly stupid for not memorizing the Asian man's name, but he made me cry.
Ke Huy Quan.
Yeah, he made me cry accepting his award, and
Yes.
I definitely think it was a year for comebacks. I feel indifferent because I couldn't get through all of Elvis, but I do think Austin Butler did a pretty insane job. But he sort of took on like this notorious Jared Leto level method acting reputation, and I think he just pissed a lot of people off along the way. Like he kept doing the voice, and Brendan Fraser is like the most likable guy in the world. So
I do think Austin Butler was the best part of that movie, albeit not really a good movie.
yeah.
I was not. Speaking of it, I was surprised with how much I did not like Tom Hanks in it.
Yeah, I just like I said, I maybe got through 30 minutes. Tom Hanks was definitely one where it like irked me. And I just didn't I mean, I love The Great Gatsby. I don't know if I'm sold on Baz Luhrmann as a director. I think he might just like suck. Like I don't know if I like his directing style very much.
I'm kind of with you there. Moving on to the actor supporting role, Ke Huy Quan. Another one we all saw coming a mile away. I like Christian. I watched his acceptance speech later. It's very emotional.
Yeah, and 100% well deserved. That was one that I believe was like a minus 1 billion favorite. Like he absolutely had to take that. An excellent job. Like he really did well in the movie, and another like back to back. Him and Brendan Fraser, two of the most likable people I can think of.
When we go to actress in the leading role, this is kind of where you see that Everything Everywhere All at Once kind of cleaned up at the Oscars. Actress in the leading role went to Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I know some people were really hoping for Cate Blanchett, but I don't think you can go wrong with either of them.
I fucking hated Tar, notoriously hate Tar. I thought it was a shit movie. I thought it was so pompous and pretentious. It was trying so hard to be like Black Swan. But Black Swan is just so much better than Tar. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh definitely deserved it. Like I said, when you watch the movie, the amount of universes she enters and different, hair and makeup and outfit, like she practically dressed up in over 100 different outfits, different makeup styles. So the amount of time and effort that went into it, I think it's totally deserved. And
I
it
agree
might
with that.
arguably be the best movie of the year. So like sometimes you just got to say best movie of the year. Who's the lead? There you go.
Cleans up. The fact that Ana de Armas was even nominated is hilarious.
Bad movie, just not good. There was like the weird abortion.
She's
thing.
Not good in it.
Yeah, it was like the weird abortion thing, and like the baby talking to her, and it was just
Marilyn Monroe with a Chilean accent was a definite way to go.
Yeah, I think the one thing I liked about Brendan Fraser's win, especially, was that it's put the halt to people portraying real life human beings and getting the award. I think 6 of the last 10 or 7 of the last 10 Academy Awards for Best Actor
were biopics.
Yeah, and so like in this. See, it's like I feel like the Academy really still digs that right now. So they're like, yeah, we'll fucking nominate her. But like in reality, she didn't do a good job and the movie sucked.
It's actually, I do like the movie because it's very funny. It's one of it actually works out where it's actually funny to watch. Not like Elvis. Elvis is actually a pain to watch.
Correct.
Actress in a supporting role went to Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm pretty sure this is her first Oscar.
Correct. This was sort of the Academy's way of giving her like her lifetime Oscar. This was like her Revenant Leo moment where she's been long overdue. With that being said, not deserved. As much as I love the movie, I would 1,000% pick the woman in Black Panther, and then
Yeah.
and for me, the other woman in Everything Everywhere All at Once that was nominated, whose name
Stephanie
is,
Sue.
she is the anchor, and I don't know if you've seen the movie yet, Joe.
I've not. Still have not.
She
I
is
need to.
really the anchor that sort of, she's the engine of the movie that keeps it going. Like, I thought she 100% should have won. The fact that Jamie Lee won, I mean, it's a movie about fucking, there's so many themes with like Asian people and going through strife, and it's just so much like the Academy to be like, let's just give it to the old white lady. Let's just throw her a fucking bone. So
I really thought, based on what everyone was seeing and what I saw, I thought that Angela Bassett should have had a decent chance for it, but
Angela Bassett would have been my second pick, and Jamie would have been my third. But yeah, Angela Bassett, she put on an acting masterclass there, and I mean, at the same time, the Academy has sort of really given out the awards to Black Panther, so like the fact that they didn't give it to her, it's fine. They got to go light on Black Panther eventually.
Yeah. Animated feature film. This is another one that we saw coming a mile away. It was Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. It was like another one that was like minus 1,200.
I don't even know what could have possibly overtaken that, because that was just such an overwhelming favorite, and that's one that I haven't seen. But I've really been getting into animated films a lot recently, as you know, Studio Ghibli. I'm like so obsessed, and so yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check it out and marvel with the animation.
This is the category. I did see a decent amount of these ones. Did not see Marcel the Shell with shoes on, but I did see Del Toro's Pinocchio. It was really good. I think Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was probably my animated film of the year.
You said that was probably the third best Shrek film after the first two Shreks, I believe.
Yeah, it's really close too. Like it's Shrek 1, 2, Puss in Boots, all pretty damn close together. And then a huge drop off to Shrek the Third.
Yeah, not gonna argue with that. It's very tough for the second film to be better than the first. 2 and Shrek could make that claim.
It's very arguable.
I don't hate that ranking at all.
And then Turning Red and Sea Beast were both mid.
I believe it. I heard Turning Red. I mean, Turning Red was a marketing disaster. Like, I don't know.
Straight to Disney Plus, whatever.
Yeah.
Cinematography, All Quiet on the Western Front.
I was really digging, and I said this when we did our original just thoughts on who would win. The score and the soundtrack, every time they won, it was just fucking terrifying. It's like, what the fuck's going on? It's just
they were really horny with it. Literally,
they loved it, and I don't hate that. I watched the movie. It was one of the most gripping war films I've seen in recent memory. It was really, really great. Really great cinematography. I get behind that.
Yeah, the only thing I would gripe on it were some of the VFX, but it's a foreign film, so I'm not going to buzz them too hard on that.
Agree.
Costume design was Black Panther. I was thinking it would either go to Black Panther or Babylon. Those would be the two that I would say probably deserved it most. I know Everything Everywhere All at Once was also an option, but you got to give Black Panther something this year because they need something.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I wouldn't have hated if they would have given it to Black Panther as well. I'm already blanking. Who did you say won?
Black Panther. Black Panther won.
Oh, Black Panther won. Okay, yeah. No, I agree with that. Babylon has sort of taken on like this cult classic. I feel like in a couple of years, people, and I haven't seen it. I've just seen so many people talk so highly of it and say, this is my favorite movie of all time. I'm like, damn, it's pretty late in your life to be having that experience, but like I've heard really good things. I've heard it's a fucking disaster. I heard it's all over the place. So
I've heard
to watch.
I've heard every end of the spectrum on this movie, so I do not know.
Yeah,
I definitely see it for Black Panther though. The costume design for both movies have been really good. That's out of all the Marvel movies, easily the best costume design.
Facts. They look completely badass. A lot of the Black Panther outfits make other superhero outfits look like fucking dog water. So I'm in agreement.
Best directors, the Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's fair. I forget what the odds were, but I really thought, I mean, they didn't really give the Fablemans anything. I thought maybe they'd give it to Spielberg. I mean, it's a movie about his life. It felt like sort of a layup, but I'm not going to argue against everything supremacy. So.
Yeah, I kind of saw this one coming a little bit too. The only one I would have thought would have been Spielberg for a sort of lifetime achievement, but maybe they're waiting. Maybe he's got another year in him.
Right. Although I would have felt this was more warranted than Jamie Lee sort of getting her Leo Revenant lifetime achievement thing with but it's all good. It's all good.
Documentary feature film. I saw none of these. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
None of them. Wasn't one of them
Uh,
called like Dicks to Put in
that
Your
was
Mouth?
documentary short, which is the next
Okay.
category. But congratulations to Navalny, the winner for documentary feature film.
I thought one of them was called like Dicks in My Face or something.
I'm pretty sure that was
Is that animated? Maybe foreign
maybe
animated.
animated short.
Okay, yeah, it was a very suggestive title.
A documentary short film. Also didn't watch this. Congrats to the Elephant Whisperers. Film editing. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Cleaning up still.
I am in full agreement. I think that's a really, really good one. I don't even know if like Avatar was nominated, but like that could have
Not
been
for editing. The only thing Avatar was nominated was the category they won
They
and deserved to win was VFX.
right.
Which
And
we'll get to.
that's I don't think anyone would argue that. I think that's
Nah.
totally fine. Top Gun came up pretty short.
Top Gun
on
for
this.
editing right here. They were nominated for editing.
Okay. I know. I don't even know if they won Best Original Song. I don't think. I mean, Lady Gaga, I thought might have got that, but I don't believe they won that. I mean, they kind of got shorted. And a lot of people. I mean, I didn't love the second Top Gun. I prefer the first. But a lot of people say this movie like saved. People.
They're saying that it saved movie theaters.
Yeah, like it saved movie theaters. It was the blockbuster that just like really honed everything in, and like
it was like the first big blockbuster after things were really opening up.
Yeah.
And just like, well, no one's really going back to movie theaters. And then Top Gun Maverick comes in, and everyone's like, oh, shit, you got to see this in theaters.
The Academy just did not award them with, I don't think, anything. I don't know if they left with shit. So
I don't think Tom Cruise cares. They made $1 billion.
He loves Scientology more than anything.
International feature film, All Quiet on the Western Front. Mile away, saw that coming.
Yeah, it was every other one. I mean, that was nominated for Best Picture, so it would have been an overwhelming historic upset for any of the other films to be nominated because none of the other films caught a single nomination, so it would have been absolutely insane.
Makeup and hairstyling, The Whale.
Fair. I mean, I think I probably would have gave that to Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I get it. I mean, he went through insane.
I might have given it to the Batman.
Yeah, that's also fair. I was a little bit pissed the Batman didn't win anything. I believe last year No Way Home got a fucking Best Picture nomination. That pissed me off. I'm like, I mean, it was a good movie. I really like that movie, but still, I'm like, they're really disrespecting the fucking Batman, which I felt was a true good piece of cinema.
I agree. You could argue makeup and hairstyling could have gone to The Whale, Black Panther, or the Batman. I wouldn't have given it to Elvis, and I wouldn't have given it to All Quiet on the Western Front.
Totally fair.
Everything Everywhere All at Once wasn't even nominated. So
that's insane. I guess I'm sort of thinking of a crossover between that and one that you said previously. Was it hair and makeup or
costume design?
Design. Maybe I'm just lumping.
They were nominated together. That's a very interchangeable one, I think.
Yeah.
But hair and makeup, I mean, Brendan Fraser looked the part.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. And I think you have to, if you're going to give someone the Academy Award, I think the movie should probably win something. And I don't know what else The Whale won, but
I'm pretty sure that's about it.
Yeah, so there you go. That might just be like their, hey, I'll throw you a bone. And getting up in a fat suit like that took a lot of time. We saw like the quick montage videos of him going through it. It's excellent stuff.
I need to figure out. I wonder how long it took to put on each time.
That's a good question.
I watched a lot. I love watching like behind the scenes for certain horror movies and whatnot, like those old school, like Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, where it would take 6 hours to put on the Freddy Krueger makeup.
Oh yeah, and that's full commitment to the bit because I can't even imagine,
sitting there for
still.
Hey, yeah, hey, Christian, when you just show up on set at 4:30 in the morning to get makeup done so that we can start filming at 10.
Yeah, literally put me on Suey watch at that point. I cannot believe that people. I mean, my ADHD would be through the roof just having to sit still through all that.
And then also, once you have it on, you can't take it off for the rest of the day.
Yep. So no pussy for you for the day.
Fucking brutal. Best original score: All Quiet on the Western Front by Volker Bertelmann.
Well, I like how you said that. I fully agree. I thought the score was haunting. I thought it was excellent. I love movies that just sort of like intertwined. The score, the original Top Gun, just like 18 different versions of the same thing. Titanic was the same way.
Mhm.
The Great Gatsby remake with Lana Del Rey, Young and Beautiful, was the same way. This is another example where they just give you so many renditions of this like, dun, dun, and it's just fucking creepy. So I absolutely love that pick.
Maybe I'll get it more on rewatch. I also love the score for All Quiet on the Western Front. I remember thinking I really liked the score for Banshees, so maybe I need to like rewatch it and feel how the score makes me like really feel deeply in that.
Yeah, when I think of score, I think about really moving the pacing forward and like sort of like it's moving, like it makes you feel moved. And I think Banshees, to me, I viewed that movie, it was sort of like a subtle type of, it was very masterful, it was excellent, but I sort of viewed it as a very subtle, sort of relaxing, sort of a calm kind of movie. And when I think of scores, I really just think of
So yeah, I was about to say, like, when people think of scores, a lot of time they think of like this epic, huge orchestral.
Right. And maybe that's
big
to my
movie.
detriment. Maybe
I get it.
I should look at it.
I get it, and like I liked All Quiet on the Western Front's thing. I think I just need to rewatch Banshees. Original song.
Was it Black
Natu
Panther?
Natu. It was Natu Natu.
That's right. That's right. I'm an idiot. That was the one where like I was thinking of you so hard watching it, and I'm like, there's no way they're not going to give it to them. This is like the one thing they're going to win. I was like,
they pushed so hard for this song.
Yeah.
And like, guess what? If you like Bollywood, this is a huge win, and I fucking love how stupid and tropey Bollywood is.
100%. I love the performance that they did at the Oscars. Everything so good. The people that went up to accept it were hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Unlike Hollywood, I'm not tired of Bollywood and India films tropes yet. Like every country has their own sort of tropes that they do.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched enough Indian cinema or like Korean cinema or Japanese cinema to like get through these tropes. So I'm not as tired of them as I am for some Hollywood tropes.
I'm in agreement. I'm in full agreement. And I need to brush up on a lot of Bollywood because I've only seen Slumdog Billionaire, and I don't think I've seen any other Bollywood film.
Best Picture, up next. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Saw this one coming pretty far. There was kind of a weird online thing where, like, if you didn't like the movie, people would just bash the hell out of you.
Yeah, I sort of saw such a change, and like award season naturally is really long and drawn out.
Yes.
But like I saw the complete change with this movie where like there was not a single person that had anything bad to say. And then by the time it got to this point where they're like, it has more awards than The Lord of the Rings. And like, it was just sort of being, I guess, shoved down people's throats. To me, I sort of call that like the Office effect, where like, it's excellent, it's good, but like you heard about it so much where like, I totally understand it from an outside perspective. If you were like, literally fuck The Office, I don't want to watch that shit. You guys are so annoying. It's like, I get it. I get it.
I had that in my friend group with Friends because I had people that just would not shut the hell up about Friends, and then I would watch it and be like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good. I'm not. Yeah. It's not the best sitcom since like Jesus was born.
Yeah, I think if we were like 36 and 37, it would probably have been a lot better. I think the comedy in that's a bit dated. I don't.
Oh, it very much is.
I don't really like Friends at all. Like I don't. I think the audience is like my sister-in-law is in like her mid-30s. Like I think if you grew up in that era, it was maybe more important of a time. But like trying to watch Friends, I'm like I don't give a fuck.
So, is there another movie you wouldn't have been upset with winning Best Picture?
I'm trying to think who would have been second favorited. I mean, I really liked All Quiet on the Western Front. I mean, that was a movie where my jaw was dropped for a solid 10 minutes at a certain sequence of events. I really did like that one. You know, I wouldn't have given it. Here's the thing: I wouldn't have given it to Banshees, but
no, I wouldn't have.
But in another universe where there's different people up for the Academy Award, I maybe would have given it to Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I could see that. Any movies on?
Used to be nice.
Any movies on the nomination list that you haven't checked out that you want to? Because I know you're talking shit about it, but I do want to check out Tar.
I'm so excited for you to check out Tar.
Rewatch Banshees, of course. I want to try. So I was deriding it at first when we first covered it, But after hearing a little bit more, I know I've heard that it's a little long at parts and too short at the beginning. I kind of want to check out Women Talking.
I agree. It feels kind of art house. It feels like it might be a little bit more slow paced, but I really like Frances McDormand. I think she's really great.
So what I've heard though, she's barely in it.
And I'll tell you what.
She's barely in it. I think.
Was it? Oh, not Three Billboards. I haven't seen that. Nomadland. I didn't like that movie at all.
Never saw Nomadland. Loved Three Billboards.
Okay, I will have to watch Three Billboards. Nomadland. I think she was up for Academy Award. It was up for Best Movie. I mean, it was.
Yeah, I think it was up for a lot.
It was very, 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 very boring and sort of stripped down. I wasn't a fan, but I'm curious to see what you think of Tar. I don't know if you've seen Black Swan, but it has a lot of Black Swan. It's got a lot of like almost like the Babadook vibes. Like it has a lot of like build up in like a dark kind of way where like you see like a spiraling happen to like, I guess the Black Swan's a better analogy because it's like a perfectionist trying to master her craft. But I just prefer Black Swan and Natalie Portman to this. Was it Natalie Portman in Black Swan?
It was. I think it was her and Mila
Kunis.
Yes, Mila Kunis.
She was like her lesbian love interest.
Yes. Production design, All Quiet on the Western Front. I was either going to say that or Babylon were the two that I think would go for production design. Avatar being nominated is insane because you don't know what's production and what's VFX. It's like all.
This is true. I wouldn't have hated based on what I've heard from Babylon and going through 20s Hollywood. And
based on the scenes I've seen, I couldn't like the production design does seem really good.
Yeah, and I know it's not a film like is it 1917 that's like all in one shot. I know it's not necessarily like all in one shot, but the way that I've seen the pacing of scenes and stuff, it does seem very like quick and like jittery and like I think that when it comes to production design, I think that is a really difficult thing to pull off. So props to them, even though they didn't.
I think All Quiet on the Western Front did a really good job with their production design. Like I said, the only real gripe I had with the movie were the VFX.
I agree. We should have done a VFX count. We're up high on the VFX count.
Oh, we'll get there when we get to that category. Short film animated. I'm pretty sure. Yep, this is the one where My Year of Dicks was nominated, but the winner, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Didn't see a single one of these. Sorry guys.
Fuck you all.
Short film live action. The winner was An Irish Goodbye. I love doing the old Irish Goodbye. It's always very fun.
Nothing's better than a good old Irish goodbye when you're just going through some self-hate and you just want to fucking leave and hang out with yourself.
Yeah.
Fully indoors.
Just drink alone. Yes.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Sound design, Top Gun Maverick. I think that's well deserved.
I agree. Had I saw this movie in theaters, I can't imagine. Like if I were to watch this in IMAX, I mean, I'm sure it would have been absolutely incredible.
Beautiful. Like maybe All Quiet was a good one for that. The Batman also nominated, but yeah, Top Gun sound design. Visual effects, everyone saw this coming a mile away. Avatar, The Way of Water. When James Cameron comes out, he might not make a great movie, but he makes a fucking good movie if you love visual effects.
I love like everyone hating on James Cameron. I don't know when this started, but like it is so fun.
I think Avatar 1.
Okay.
Because like he was acting like he was changing cinema.
Yeah, South Park had a thing where they make him out to be like this super crazy egomaniac, and like really all he is good for is like this. But like I don't know, I think he has some pretty good movies under.
Oh, he's got some really good movies. Aliens is an all timer. Terminator 2 all timer.
Terminator 2 is arguably better than the first one. I mean, Aliens and Terminator are two of the greatest sci-fi films of all time. Like bar none. Other than 2001, I think I might have. It's hard to include Star Wars because what are you including if it's just Empire? But I mean, those are two of the top 5 sci-fi films ever made.
And like obviously Titanic. I think like Titanic is a little overrated, but I do think looking back, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I think it's held up well. I'm not afraid to say I've cried to that movie before. And there's boobs, and it's PG-13, which is like almost never a thing.
Yep. True Lies again.
True Lies.
Come on. But the fact that now, I think since Avatar, because now he's just doing Avatar, it's Avatar, The Way of Water, and then 2 years from now it's Avatar 3, and 2 years from that it's Avatar 4.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to end up happening, isn't it?
No, he's booked in. Like, that's the contract.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant that'll be the winner.
No, like, those are, like, they have, like, 4 Avatars planned.
That's I wonder if I'll ever end up watching them. I mean, I watched the first. I just don't know if I give a fuck.
I'll throw it on a nice screen in the background because I love VFX, but that's about
That's
it.
true.
Adapted screenplay, Women Talking with the win.
Shout out to Women Talking, I guess.
Also nominated were All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, Knives Out Mystery, Living, and Top Gun Maverick. Original screenplay, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Yeah, makes sense.
100% agree.
And that is it for the Oscars. I didn't watch it. I don't think anything spectacularly crazy happened this year.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. People hated on Jimmy Kimmel, but like
I'm just tired of Jimmy Kimmel in general. I'm going to be honest.
I think he did a really good job though, but like I totally agree that you could probably, to me, I think the best idea I heard was picking like two sort of like more niche celebrities, which I think they did at one point and it like failed terribly. I think it was like Jennifer Lawrence and like someone else, and it wasn't good. But like Pedro Pascal, for instance, is like all the rage right now. Like if you were to do like Pedro Pascal and like Ana de Armas, or like who's the woman from not Olivia Rod, not the one from Wednesday, the girl from White Lotus who has the real serious face.
Let me.
Everyone thinks she's super hot.
I know who you're fucking talking about.
She's like the woman. She's like the white woman of the month. Like I would give her and Pedro Pascal.
Sydney Sweeney?
No, not Sydney Sweeney. She was, I mean, great boobs in season 1.
Oh, Alexandria Daddario? Was it her?
Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, I forgot she was in. Yeah, Aubrey Plaza. Just because Aubrey Plaza is just hilarious.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza. I mean, I'm coming around. I really didn't. I really hate when people are so serious, and I've just like never seen her crack a smile, and it does piss me off. I think that's just like the 1950s misogynist man in me that's like, hey, why don't you smile? You'd be pretty if you smiled. But like, I don't know. I just want her to fucking smile.
Oh, you gotta see her in more interviews, dude. Her characters never smile, but she's weird.
Yeah, I have seen a couple ones of her talking about, I think it was on Conan or Jimmy Kimmel actually, where she was talking about like having babies, and it was just like really weird, but like very funny. Like she seems chill. I would smoke a bowl with her. You know,
Jesus
legally,
Christ, Lucas Gage looks like he's like 3 days away from dying.
Who does?
Lucas Gage.
Oh yeah, he's wrecked.
He is donezo. But that's the Oscars, folks. That's our Oscar talk.
Love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Really excited for the onslaught of movies coming up this year. I can't wait to watch fucking Oppenheimer and Barbie in the same week.
Yes, that's a great mix. If you can, try and go back to back.
100% agree.
You ever do that for movies? You ever do the back to back where you go see one movie and then immediately walk out and go to another?
I have not. Have you?
Yes, I have.
Multiple times, or do you have like a memorable one?
I've done it twice. Once was I was so young, I don't remember the exact movies. I'm pretty sure one was the A-Team, and then I went and saw what movie did I see? It was a terrible movie. It was like a local Christian movie or something like that. But the other time I did it was also the A-Team because my brother wanted to go after I went. So I saw the A-Team back to back. Not like the best movie. I don't know why it was the A-Team, but I saw the A-Team literally back to back.
You just needed Murdoch in your life. While I haven't done that, my friend whose parents have like a very excellent movie room that they helped construct. One time, me and some boys got together. None of us had girlfriends, so it was just the fucking boys. And we had a big-ass grill day. We grilled. We watched 3 movies. We watched, and for a lot of the group, it was the first time they saw them. We watched Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner, then Goodfellas, then Gattaca.
That's always good.
Random 3 movie combo, but that's the most I've watched in a day, like diligently and like semi back to back. So
aside from like the Lord of the Rings things, I think I could probably do that with like a few Coen Brothers movies just because I'm so into them. Or, you know me, big Ryan Gosling fan. I could probably go from Drive to Blade Runner 2049, 2024.
Yeah.
And then there's got to be another sort of like isolated alone movie.
Is it the one where, what about the one where he's like the samurai guy or like he's with the Asian people? Do you know that one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know? You know what I'm talking about? It's from the same director from Drive.
Oh! I know what you're talking about. I heard that movie was not very good.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah, Nicholas Winding Refn kind of just has one style, and it really only worked for Drive, in my opinion.
It's called Only God Forgives.
Yeah, I heard about that movie. Did not
Yeah.
really have any desire to see it.
Drive is probably just like, I shouldn't say a one-hit wonder, but like, man, just like the synth wave. It had everything. It was so good.
It had everything. It had everything. But that'll do it. That's the Oscars.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. And tune in for the next. Once we're going to right back to movies, folks. Right back to movies.
100%. Excited to begin watching movies. Get the content out.